Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you that politics is a very dirty game. And the kinds of politics most so in the Mount Kenya region is one that you must sit down and reason with it if you are an analyst of politics, so that you will understand how politics run. As of right now, the president is touring the region tomorrow, expecting to visit the Rakanyedi County as he concludes his tour in the Mount Kenya region. Now, this comes at a time that we all expected a lot of resistance from the people of the Mount Kenya region. And more so, allow me to say, the members of parliament who have been affiliated to the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua. But one thing has been clear, that these members of parliament and Rigathi Gachagua himself, they have been cowed by President William Ruto's presence in the mountain. And that is why the president has the guts to stand before people and declare himself that he is the kingpin of the Mount Kenya region and that nobody can separate him from his people in the Mount Kenya region. I mean, you all heard the president say that. Those are not my words. So currently, I want us to reason. And I want us to reason as people that understand how politics of this republic are run. One Eric Wamombe, the Member of Parliament of Madeira, made a statement today that caught my attention. And this statement is what I want us to look into openly so that we can analyze it, so that we can dig deep into it and get to reason as people that as people that understand politics. Why am I saying this? Listen to what this man said, and so that we will analyze a statement that was made by one Gathoni Wamuchomba. Eric Wamombe, in his own words, said this. Listen, he said, Wamaua ndani, Wamuchomba ndani kabisa, Medu on the way, and Karugwa Dangu on the way. Now, this is an ally of President William Ruto, a man that has been opposing one Rigathi Gachagua in the Mount Kenya region. I mean, since the president spoke in opposing, spoke in an interview with the media stations around the Mount Kenya region, while he was he was kickstarting his tour in the Mount Kenya region, he said that Rigathi Gachagua asked for 10 billion so that he would support him in the Mount Kenya region. And that statement is a statement that was meant to politically cripple Rigathi Gachagua. And I for sure can attest to that. You know, we have some few individuals like the senator of Murang'a County, John Nyoto, have been deployed to counter this narrative. But their countermeasures have been something that we all knew. They are telling us that even if Gachagua asked for 10 billion, President William Ruto himself asked for 15 billion back in the year 2013 to support Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. The same thing happened in the year 2017. So what is wrong with Rigathi Gachagua asking for the same? Now come to speak about these individuals ambao tunaambiwa wameingia kwa serikali. As you all have seen, the president has visited different regions in the Mount Kenya region. But nobody has been hostile against the president in the Mount Kenya region. And this is one thing that I always look at, and I realize that our brothers from the Luo Nyanza and the western part of Kenya, I don't know how foolish we are that we always believe that once we have a hold of this government, it will listen to us and development will come our way. The reason why the people of the Mount Kenya region always have an upper hand is because they reason business-wise. You know, when Ruto comes in our regions in the western part of Kenya and in Nyanza region, this man gives us peanuts. I mean, the MPs akina Didimas Baraza and the rest are sent to give us 200 Kenyan shillings, so but I mean their mobilization inachukuanga tu shilingi 200, shilingi 500. Do you know how much these people are being given in the Mount Kenya region? 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, the least. Are we together? So even if we are given this money, for us in the Luo Nyanza, when the president visits there and we know that we are in opposition, we always even throw stones at him, abuse the president, heckle him, and do all type of nonsensical things that we can do to irritate and intimidate the president. But look at the mountain. The Mount Kenya people are very wise. They have a bond to chew with their members of parliament, people like Kimani Ichung'wah. And those are the people that are being heckled. Are we together? They leave the president to have his peace. They allow the president to speak. Bwana president, wewe ongea. Sisi tunahitaji maendeleo katika eneo letu. But for these individuals, these traitors, we have a bond to chew with them. We have to teach them a lesson. You can speak, Mr. President. The deputy president can speak. But for people like Kimani Ichung'wah, for people like Akina Karen Nyamu, for people who have been so insensitive and betrayed our cause, people like Kimani Ichung'wah, we will heckle them, we will hurl stones at them, we will tell them all kind of dirty things. But for you, Mr. President, you are protected. Why? Because bwana president, wewe ni rais, ni wewe unatupa maendeleo, so we will not intimidate you. Enda Nyanza, those people don't care, and that is why you find that our region there remains behind in comparison to these people. Now back to these members of Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua himself has become an immobile force. He has been dismantled and disgruntled. What can Rigathi Gachagua currently do that can really make sense and convince us otherwise? Gathoni Wamuchomba started speaking a language that has been spoken by the president and his allies. And Gathoni Wamuchomba proved one thing to us, that currently she doesn't believe in the leadership of Rigathi Gachagua. Why? She told us that before Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, he was the most unpopular leader in the Mount Kenya region. People hated Rigathi. But when Rigathi was impeached, people bought the sympathy. People started singing praises to Rigathi. People felt sympathy for this man, and the people followed him. So he is not there because he is good. He is not being followed because he's good. It's because these people feel sorry for him. These people don't have a competent leader for them to follow. And Gathoni said, for you, Rigathi, you want to launch a party that will be the face of the nation. You can't launch a party that will be the face of the nation while you are speaking to us in your mother tongue, while you are only touring and loitering around the mountain. Kenya does not revolve around Mount Kenya. We as the people of Nyanza, we as the people of the Western Kenya also need to be part of the opposition if the opposition is meant to accommodate everybody. So Rigathi Gachagua has been trying even to acquire a platform with different media stations in the Mount Kenya region, including Kameme, including Inoro, and other stations. But by the order of the president, they have been told, until the president is done with his tour in the Mount Kenya region, then Gachagua can go ahead and continue doing his madness. But the president will have dismantled this man to the ground. There is nothing that will be left for Rigathi Gachagua. We all saw today Wamaua joining the president. We all saw today what is happening in the republic. We can all read the signs that a lot of members of parliament are joining, are departing from Rigathi Gachagua's side and joining President William Ruto. So it's just a matter of time when the actualization is in full display. Rigathi Gachagua will be a very lonely man. Let me tell you, the reason why Gachagua is a lonely man and will be a lone wolf is because this man does not like using the resources he have to gain the crowd. He thinks that because these people fell for his sympathy and his theatrics, they will follow him forever. And that is where it goes wrong. Because don't you mistake the Mount Kenya people's sympathy for votes. No, that is not how it works. These people will go ahead to leave you in the desert without water when time comes and the right person is presented before them. Are we together? So, Rigathi Gachagua currently is battling with depression. You know the heartbreak disease that he had when he was thrown out of government. That is the disease that he is going to battle now, because he will be at broken at the rate in which people will leave him. He will be a lonely man. Tell me your take. Leave a comment on the comment section.